What's going on, Bigfoot world? You know the routine, guys. We waiting on YouTube like always. Let's get it, YouTube. There he is. What the hell? This has just been that kind of day, man. All day, every day. What's going on, Bigfoot world? First things first, guys. Give me thumbs up. Let me know you guys can hear me, see me. Everything's all good. What is going on? I see we got a lot of things to talk. The fuck is going? I know I'm still on here. This is just the day I've been. My bad, guys. I'm about to lose my cool. What's up, Bigfoot world? You can see you in here. All right, sunshine. What's going on? Let me fix everything. Oh man, today's just one of them days. Oh my god. Fuck. All right, Bigfoot world. Let's get it started, guys. First things first, man. About an hour ago, I broke my hand. That's a bone sticking out my hand. So after this live stream, I'll be going in for surgery. And then hurrying up and getting out so I'll be ready for Carl bright early in the morning. I'm ready, man. Let's get it. Ain't nothing stopping me. I don't give a shit. She talking about you're gonna get surgery. What are you doing? You can't go live. Watch me. I still got one good hand. I got one good hand. I just fell off my porch. The dog just swept me right off the porch and landed on it. It hurt like hell. I never broke my hand in my life, and the dog just going to push me off a damn porch like he trying to kill me. Big Zeus, you know how he gets. But anyways, it hurts. It's in pain. Look at this. It's for sure broke. That's a bone sticking out the top of my hand. And then, like a dumbass, I said, "Pull, grab it and pull. I need you to put it back in." I'm thinking like the movies, like I'm some damn John Wayne. And she pulled it right, and I passed out, hit the floor, straight out. That pain was so unreal. Oh my God! Don't ever do that. Whatever movie you watch, John Wayne is full of shit. She ain't do that shit. We ain't postponing shit, Carl. And we might as well just start calling him Tom because you're gonna get to know him tomorrow, guys. Postpone. Are you crazy? Rain, sleet, shine. Don't F that. I'll be good. I'm good. I'm good right now to talk to you guys on Friday Night Live. We good enough to hit the woods. I've been waiting for this for 3 months. What you talking about? I got some shit to show you. We going to all the spots. Bigfoot land, Moy land. It's ready. I'm ready. Don't worry about it. Good. We're good, man. It's shit. But damn. It's just been one of them days, guys. This is like the worst day I've had in so long. I went to work and just what could go wrong, Dick? It was Murphy's Law all day. Slips was bad. I was jacking shit up. Man, it was just a nightmare. Today I was supposed to get my first paycheck. Nope. What are you doing, back up? Look at me and shit. He felt bad for pushing me out the porch, but it's cool. He don't know. He don't know. But like I said, you just gotta keep fighting through it, pushing through it, man. But everything, it seemed like everything was going wrong. My computer at work was glitching. It was just bad. And I get down, I sat down here and get ready to go live with you guys. My computer's glitching. It's like, you know what? This is a day I shouldn't even got out of bed. But I'm not gonna spend this whole video crying about coulda, shouldas, and wouldas, Bigfoot world. Let's talk about this week. Oh my God, there's so much that happened in these past videos. I don't know where to start, man. I don't know where to start from beginning to end, I guess. But we just gonna get into it. Man, it's like I can feel my heartbeat in my hand, and I'm trying to like not think about it.
Don't forget about it.
You thought Carl was doing the challenge with me? Nah, I'm not going. Let's call him Tom. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to him, man. It's his birthday. He wanted to just come out and enjoy himself in the woods, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit the woods and just look at some shit. I want to go to like the most active places to the least. You know what I mean? Start at the top and work our way at the bottom. But we're gonna get it going, man. First thing in the morning, I'm ready. I've been ready. This is all I've been talking about, as you guys noticed. We going to do some shit. But anyway, Bigfoot world, on to the next thing. Did you hear what was going? I know, I seen him. I know, I can tell you exactly where he was, Lee. When I was first walking up to the bone cave, he showed himself. Like as I was walking up to the cave, he was there showing himself. And if I would never seen it if you said watch that in slow motion, because it just looked like a hole. And then when you watch it in slow motion, you can actually see him come out of the hole. He looked at me for about 3 seconds, and then he did one of them slick moves and real easy, slow and steady, but definitely back right back in. And then the second time, I went around to the back of it, and he was over to my right. I kept looking, I kept hearing it over there, but I didn't see him. He had his back toward me, and he was squatted down facing a rock, and he didn't move. If he did move, it was like ever so slightly. That was the second appearance, and then I came back out and walked down to her. I walked down to that old creek bed and caught up with her and the dogs. And sure as shit, he was right there watching her the whole time. But there's a story before that, guys. As you remember, I was at the bone cave and I kept turning around and I kept hearing something like down in that back forest into the deep forest. Well, about 100 yards down that road, she was walking the dogs down that creek bed, and she said she started hearing the crashing and crunching down over the bank. The same way that I heard it running, the dogs went after it. The dogs just left her, took off and chased that shit. And that's on there, man. It's crazy. And then I'm looking at, did you hear that shit? I was looking at the damn bone on the ground. They won't hurt her. Nah. You guys should know that. I've been there 10 years messing with that tribe. They will not hurt her. If anything, I don't know what they would do. I can't say they wouldn't because I never did that. That was my first time trial and error. That's the first time I did that. And they really came to her. They was definitely like they was curious about her. They ain't never acted like that with me. And then the dogs, that was just a bad move. I know once when I was there and the way they was acting and running and whatever they took off chasing twice, it was like they're going to kill that dog. They're going to kill them dogs. I remember that they did that before to another researcher. The dogs ran ahead of him and then they never came back. They messed around and got Bigfooted. She was pregnant and they were extremely aware of that. She's 8 months pregnant and they knew it. They knew everything about it. They don't hurt people. Maybe come close, but they, they don't, but they do. You know what I mean? I think it's all depends on the circumstances and how you catch them, the mood they're in. They're docile as AF. So is a black bear. Same thing with a black bear. They're so docile. They'll smell you long before you get there and they'll run. You like a once in a lifetime chance to actually see a black bear because they're so docile and they hide. And it's the same thing. They can be savage. You get in between a cub and its mom, and it's gonna rip your ass up. And I think it falls like under the same cardinal rule with the Bigfoot. They're going to act the same way. You get in too close to one of theirs, or what it depends what the scenario is. Because I heard that one time behind the waterfall, if you guys remember, I heard that I found that structure and I was inside of it. It was like a little hut, like a little teepee that they built up in there. And I heard this deer just like screaming, like it was getting choked out. So I hurried up and ran out and pointed like my camera at the direction that it was going on, all the screaming, and I started to walk that direction. And about 50 yards uphill, out of nowhere, he stepped out from behind a tree and stood there. I froze. My body locked up. Everything inside of me, my brain, my body, I was just stuck. It's like he got me. Nothing I can do. He got me. He's he's 4 steps away from me. He can just jump on me. He's only right there. I can see him clear as day. I got him on film. I'm zooming in on him, and all I can think is he got me. There's nothing I can do to get away from this guy. He got me right now. But he stood there and he just stared at me. I stared at him. He stared at me until that deer stopped screaming. The second that deer stopped screaming, he squatted down and backed up in between them rocks and totally disappeared. That shit was crazy, man. I had so many different encounters with that tribe. I must know how they act and I mean the ins and outs. But that was the kind of the first move I've ever did with bringing someone pregnant up in there. and introducing. I mean, that was something new, and I didn't expect to see him that close. I don't know if I want to do that again or try on there and just keep her close to me type of shit. Either way, that shit, they came to her. He came to her. It was one male that came up on her and just stood there and watched her. And the dogs didn't even freaking notice. You could hear the crunching and the crashing, and the dogs stopped. And another thing, when I was going to the bone cave, did you see how the dogs acted? She said that's because I didn't go with you. They came back to me. Maybe that could be it. But as I got closer, and once I got in eyesight of that cave, they stopped both at the exact same time, like they was communicating telepathically or some shit. Because they both stopped. There was one that was on each side of me, and they both stopped dead in the tracks, turned around and went straight back to her. They flew back to her. I feel like they seen what was coming out of that hole and going back in that hole, and they wouldn't want no fucking parts of it. I don't blame them. I do not blame them. But guys, if you read the description below, I'm gonna go ahead and get that out the way real quick. Um, as you guys been talking about it, and I've been seeing videos, man. I've been watching videos about this. It's nothing good. It's nothing good. There's the death net 3.0. I know I said in the description the first 10 people that hit the cash app, I'll do it. Nah, I'm gonna scratch that because I'm going to the hospital anyways. I might as well go out with a bang. First 5 people that hit my cash app, I will sit here and do all 5 layers, all five stages. There's 5 long stages. I'm not going to sit here and read all the stages to you because I can't think really straight. My hand is just, I can feel my heart beating in my hand. But when in the videos that I watched with this, you guys are trying to kill me. The videos that I watched with this, every video when they make it to level 4, everybody go blind. Everybody lose their damn eyesight. It's like, why would I want to? Why? What does this hot shit got to do with you making your eyes go blind? And level 5, once they hit level 5, a lot of them couldn't make it to level 5. But once they made it to level 5, it's like they just instant reaction. Their body shut it down and they puke that shit shot out of them. Go ahead and eat one. Go ahead, mom. See, that my mom, and she's supposed to be my mom. And she talking about, go ahead, eat it. I want to see what happens. Eat that shit. The box looks scary. I thought the one chip challenge looked scary. This looks scary. This is scary as hell. But first 5 people that hit the cash app, guys, I will do it. Everything that I make off of that is going on new equipment for this overnight challenge that we're planning on. Everybody seemed to be voting for the overnight challenge to be in the waterfall. That's where it's going to be because I want to do it in the water and behind the waterfall as well. For the simple fact, they're doing so much, man. They're just doing so much. They're just changing so much. Let me take one quick second and get caught up on you guys' comments because they just strolling by and I'm ignoring you rambling. I'm sorry, guys. You know how I do it. Oh yeah, Carl, aka Tom, talking about postponing shit. We ain't postponing. I thought Carl was doing the challenge. Nope, we already talked about that. I went too far up. Try it on level 1. I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna do it all. Will you quit licking me? It's okay, man. We're good. I hope nobody hits that cash app. In a way, I felt the same way. I was scared for the last couple of days because I just scared myself watching these videos. And I swear I watched 20 videos, all 20 videos. Everybody going blind at level 4. It's like, why are they losing their eyesight? They're really crying. I can't see. I'm blind. Like, POP, hold it down. I'm legally blind. That's what scared me. And then as soon as they hit level 5, it just straight start throwing up. There's 5 different levels of heat inside of this. Let me fix this camera. I only got one hand, guys. Work with me. But at 5 different levels, as you see all the packs in there, you start at level 1, and then the heat just rises as you go on. So I'm gonna do all 5 levels once you guys make it to the 5 step rule. A friend of mine did that, and she got to level 5. Did she go blind on 4 and throw up on 5? It's not good. Why in the hell would you want to put yourself in that position? I don't know, man. I guess for you guys, and at the same time, it helps me get equipment. If you're talking about the death nut, it was y'all's idea, and I'm just trying to get ahead in life at the same time. Like I said, I was supposed to get paid today. I woke up 5 in the morning. My check wasn't on direct deposit, and I called. I messaged my boss. I was like, "Listen, I got like 22 miles in my tank. I can make it to work, but I ain't making it home, and my check ain't show up. Do you think my check's gonna show up today if I go to work?" So I went to work, man. Have a beer and chew a couple nuts. I ain't got no beer, man. I need one. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I need one. I need something. But what was I saying? I read that comment. My mind went blank.
About not getting your check.
Oh, my check. And I messaged her, and she's talking. I said, I ain't get my check, and I need to go. And this morning she said, yeah, it'll be there throughout the day. It's just, that's your first pay in this, whatever, in the system we got. And it is probably, I don't know what she said. She was just weird with it. And then I said, all right, I went to work. At lunchtime, no, it was the first break. I messaged her, hey, my check still ain't on there. You think the numbers are wrong in there, or what's going on? She said, no, I got your pay stub. I'm looking at your pay stub. And she sent me a copy of my pay stub, but that's not getting me home. And then come at lunchtime, I call her up. I was like, hey, or no, I messaged her. I was like, it's still not there. She said, oh, how you like your job? I like it, but it'd be better if y'all give me my money so I can come back. I mean, how am I coming back to work? It ain't working with the. I'm working for free, and it's like it's an ongoing thing with that because this is a second job that man, I'm rambling and crying again. My bad, guys. But at the end, more of the story is I finally make it home. I barely made it home. It's on 0 miles, so my Jeep can go like another 15 miles on it once it hits 0, and that's amazing because once it usually hits 0, they usually sitting on the side of the road. But God was with me. God was definitely with me that today. I made it home. I made it all the way home, which is a good thing. And then when I get here, I messaged her. I said I made it home, but I ain't got no money, so I might not be there Monday, or my check ain't coming. She said, "It says that is crazy, but maybe it'll be on there tonight." So we'll see. Whatever, whatever. I just took it as it is. I got off at 5. I come home, right? Wait, pour some coffee, go out on the porch. I fired a cigarette up, looking down off the porch at how fucked up the yard is and needs cutting shit. And here comes Zeus flying out, chasing the damn. I don't hear somebody walking in the back alley, and he shot out the house right across behind me. Woof, got me. And then I landed right on my arm. Down, it felt like my pinky just folded back. And when I didn't feel it, it wasn't no pain until I seen it. When I looked down and I seen that, that's when I seen the pain. That's when I felt the pain. It's like instant. It fucking hurt so bad. But I'll be going to the hospital right after this, get a quick surgery, and I'll be into the woods at 5 a.m. with my man Carl. Yeah, it is Carl's birthday, guys. We're gonna have to go out there and see some shit. I've been looking for a lighter for like 10 minutes. Oh my god, why did I do that? Why did I light this lighter with that hand like an idiot? I'm just a fool. I'm today, man. And then I knew that my hand was broke. She said, come on, you got to have surgery. Let's go straight to the hospital. They can wait. They'll understand. Nah, man. I always do that shit. I always come up with an excuse why I'm not going live or something goes down and I can't do live. Man, we're gonna do live tonight. I'll go right after the live. I'll survive. I will make it. What did you break? What did you do? Break it? Yeah, it's broke. You ain't see that? That's a bone sticking out my hand. Let me show you if you guys can see. I can't get a good angle on it, but put some ice on it. No, I did that. I got some frozen fresh fish, some fresh trout I pulled out and wrapped around my hand. That was so bad. Man, that was so bad. Yeah, he's a Virgo, like my girl. She a Virgo too. No, I still ain't get my check. She's talking about maybe it'll show up tonight. Keep me posted. Well, thanks. Like she ain't care. She has no fucking care in the world. She just cared that I showed up at work and how I like my job. That's all. That's just it's sad, but it is what it is, man. I get it. I get it. Just pay me. I'll be good. It will keep the swelling down. It's cool. I'm going to the hospital right after this. They're going to cut it open anyways. It's shattered. My whole knuckles are shattered. It's so freaking painful, man. But this does look scary as hell, man. I ain't even get to the paranormal shit. I've been there 10 years, guys. Honest to God, you guys watched me for 10 years. I ain't never got no paranormal activity out of that place until I took them out there. When I shined down on that bone, I think I touched base on it, but I didn't talk about it. When I was shining the camera down on that bone, talking about, look at that. Did you hear that voice say run? That voice out of nowhere, it was a man's voice. Well, if you really listen to it and you smoke a doobie, it didn't work. Lee, it did not work. I put it out. I didn't even want to finish smoking it. It's just that's just how it was. But man, what was I saying?
The run.
Oh, the run. Man, as soon as I shine down on that bone, I was talking like I was saying, look at that. I was telling her, look at that. And you can hear while I'm talking, you can hear like a crazy ass breath, it was a nasty breath. And then 2 seconds later, you hear run, clear, loud and clear. He said run. The kids was listening to it. Everybody heard that shit. Everybody heard that shit. It's in the comments. It's in the beginning of that second video with the paranormal. I know, Lee. I hear you. I hear you. It's bad, but it's good, man. I'm left-handed. That's why I was telling her, man, I'm glad it ain't my left hand, because she ain't much pregnant and she ain't kicking nothing up. I need that. I need that hand. I need that hand. I'd be in trouble if I broke my left hand, man. Shit. What did he say? Oh, yeah, and I hear you guys. Pass it to the right. We'll start it that way. We'll get it going. I'm glad ain't nobody. I don't feel like eating them nuts and then going to the hospital and getting surgery on my hand and my ass. That's just gonna burn everything. But it is what it is. You always hear voices in my videos. I do too, but 99% of them is coming from the restricted lands. I know the history on that place, and remember I pulled that structure out the ground, and that deep demonic voice is talking about you're sick. And I heard that one. When the dude that said run, I didn't hear that until I was reviewing it on the footage. But when that demonic deep voice told me that I was sick, I heard that. It's like he was all around me, all the way around me. It freaked me out. And I was like, who's there? Who was that? And that was on top of the big hole in the restricted lands. We're going to be going there too, Carl. We're going to be going there too. Checking out the restricted lands. I'll fill you in on that story when we get out there. Most of you guys seen it already. That first day I ever found that mine, that hole, Me, Fred, and Money Mike was up climbing up that rock, that side of that rock. And as soon as we hit out top, we got bombarded with stones. They was bouncing off our shoes, our chest, but it wasn't hitting hard. It was like a soft throw. It seemed like they were so it didn't hurt at all. But they kept them coming. You hear them cutting through the leaves. They bombarded the shit out of us. They didn't want us to find that hole. So we kept pushing in. We kept pushing in. It was getting activity. Let's just keep rolling with it. And we found that top of that entrance to get down inside that backside of that cave, and it's been bad ever since. Ever since we messed with that hole, my life has been like complete shambles. It's been a roller coaster. Fred was possessed for 3 months. He made TV for that shit, man. That shit just was crazy. That's why we don't mess with it that much. And not to mention, it's fairly restricted, and you can get in serious shit if you get caught inside that place. That's why I don't do it. With the air shot, yeah, we're going down there. We'll be down there sometime tomorrow. We're checking out all the spots. People figures in the restricted lands. There's a lot of shit going on there. That place is just scary as hell. The voices inside that place. We attempted 3 overnight challenges there, and it just wasn't a couple of us. There was like 5 of us one time. Me, Fred, and Mike. Mike, and my uncle Joe. I mean, we was in there, and the voices chased us out every time. That little girl kept saying, "Mommy," like in a sense, "Are you my mommy?" She kept saying it. And she was going with us the whole way through there, saying, "Mommy," like, "Are you my mommy?" It's freaky as shit. And then you got the monkey sounds coming down from one chamber, and it's after midnight. It got scary as hell, scary as hell, and that's what that probably came from. I feel like I picked something up from there, and I just can't shake it off. And I've been feeling like that for a long time now. I'm just catching up on you guys real quick. Yeah, Moon Rider. I'm still seeing and hearing some shit. I just heard some shit this morning. I came out of my used to be office. It's the baby's room now. This morning, getting ready for work, and as soon as I stepped out at the doorway, the attic is on my left, right? And as soon as I stepped out and like was straight parallel with that attic door, something knocked from the inside of that door, and it's latched. So I hurry up, unlatched it, whipped it up, and I checked up around the corner. There ain't shit up there. There was no cats, no animals, no bats, nothing. The knock, I didn't knock on the damn door. I thought somebody was up there. I'm ready for a fight, and it wasn't that. It was. I don't know. Some shit you just can't explain. And it's them sounds been going on in this house. And it's a lot of time when she ain't here. It's when she at work. I, when was it? I was down here and I heard a loud bang upstairs, straight above me, and something dragged across the floor. Right, so I was scared. I didn't want to go up there. I stayed down here. But when I did go up, finally went up, I didn't hear shit. And then all of a sudden, I was getting ready to come back down the steps, and I heard a bang on the attic floor, and footsteps walked across the floor. I left. I left the house. I ran straight down the steps, out the house. I ain't even gonna tell you about the damn dragonfly that came in the house. Man, that was something. That was something. The dragonfly just came out of nowhere, right? And I ain't got no rock salt yet. I'm broke, Lee. I'm rubbing. I ain't even got sticks to rub together. I ain't getting nothing like that yet. Here in a couple of weeks, I get paid weekly. It's supposed to get paid weekly if these people will start paying me. I have a good ass job. I'm making what, $18 an hour, 40 hours a week. I can't even get paid. Did your buddy follow you for here? What? Yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing because it's doing different shit. That at my house, you just see shadows and figures going down the wall. You hear this thing makes noise. I don't think it's the same thing. I feel strongly it's not the same thing. It's totally different shit that it's doing. This thing's making noises around me. At home, I just seen shadows behind me. I'll be on live stream and the shadow, you guys seen it? The black figure would just go down the hallway right behind me. Well, always when my back's turned, type of shit. It didn't make noise. It just showed itself. This thing makes noise. I don't want it to show itself. It's the same thing you think. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, actually, she be jacking me up. I be saying some dumb shit in my sleep. She be jacking me up. So I think something going on in my sleep. I be talking a lot, and I be saying shit that I shouldn't be saying. I guess I don't. I didn't even. I was like calling her a liar. Why would I say that to you? Like she was saying, I was calling her foul names off the wall. Just I was like, why? Why would I do that? She swore to it. She's swinging on me over that shit. I was dead asleep. Woke up again. Knocked the fuck out. Like Craig on Friday. You know what it looks like. Me too. I seen him. It's a shadow figure. I do. I have all that. Anything sentimental, I have. I keep it close. Graham's blanket, that blanket, I got it. I got it all. You seen the same creepy, for real. Be careful, man. You mess with it if you want to. You definitely mess with it if you want to. I don't know. I've been thinking about that nut, man. It's scary, but some of them people like the first three levels. They said it tastes. It's hot, but it got a real good flavor to it. And then once you get to level 4, you go blind. That's the part that, and you can see them getting darker and darker. And level 5 got crystals in that shit. I don't know where they get the crystals from the world's hottest pepper, but it's weird looking. It's weird. I think I've been thinking about sending some cameras up, leave them around, and see what I catch. I can't believe that I caught that paranormal voice right outside of Moyland. We was getting ready to head up into Moyland. I spotted that bone and was filming. I said, "Look at that!" And then you hear that voice say, "Run!" And it was clear, loud. It's that just amazed the shit out of me. And that's Betty Knox. If you guys remember me telling you guys a story about Betty Knox, Betty Knox crossed through there when she was going to the powder mill to trade her goods or whatever, and she ended up coming up missing. But that's Betty Knox is a woman. Maybe it's her dad or I don't know, man. That movie's got so much history. The war, the Civil War. You don't really know what's going on. That's just the thing of it, man. There's some weird shit. Actually, I take that back. I take that fuck. Oh man, I don't know how I forgot. I did have some paranormal activity. You guys remember when I said the Civil War? That soldier came out of the rock on me, and he was playing. He had a rifle with one of them blades on the tip of it, and the strap. But he was trying to get that strap off of that blade when he was coming out the rock, and he was coming straight at me. He came straight out the rock, straight at me, and I fell back up against the rock that was behind me, and I just sat there and I cried. I don't know why, but I just bawled, man. I freaked me. I thought I was dead, and if I feel like if he could have got that off, and was he gonna stick me with it? But he disappeared right before he got to me, and I just broke down. I cried. I was filming. Oh man, I bawled. I don't know why. It's like I just broke down like a little bitch. That just caught me so far off guard, and I was filming and everything, and then all of a sudden he come right out the rock on me, and it's like he could have killed me. And then I was watching the video. I watched it like 20 times. I backed it up and watched it. I think maybe that's how he got killed. Maybe that strap was stuck over the blade, and he was trying to fight to get that off, and end up getting killed messing with that damn strap. And it's like in a residual haunting, and it keeps going through, playing it through over and over again. That's what I kind of sensed. I kind of felt like that's how he died. And that fucked me up, man. I bawled. I sat there and I cried. I don't even know why. I ain't got no reason or no excuse, but just that does something to a person to see that shit, and just you never see nothing like that in your life, and then all of a sudden you're talking and laughing, going through the woods, walking, minding your own business, and then the soldier come out of a rock and right in your face. It's like, wow, that shit's real. You know what I mean? And then I started that Jeff's Real World, the Paranormal channel, and I did a documentary on Jamalsville, and I quit. I quit after that. It freaked me out because I took Jeff with me. We was up in Jamalsville in the battlefield, and he was asking Jeff. It wouldn't answer nobody. I tried talking, and I had a ghost box, and I tried talking. It wouldn't say nothing. It was just static, and everybody tried to ask questions, and it was just static. And then Jeff, he got that damn thing talking. He said, "I heard Washington died here. Do you know him?" And then a voice came on, instantly said, "Yeah, he killed me." And he said, "He killed you out here in the field?" He said, "No, down at the church." And it was crazy. He was just right on with it. And then next, like a couple seconds later, this voice comes on and says, uh, "Rose is coming. Run, Rose is coming. Get out of here. Rose is coming." And it's like, who the fuck is Rose? Why we gotta worry about some chick? Who cares? We filming. And Jeff's talking about, no, I don't think it's Rose. And then his girl Kayanne Googled Rose up in the Civil War, and that's what they called the Indians called. Was it the French? It was the Indians and the French. It was taken over, and that's what the Indians called the French was Rose, because of the red and blue outfits, Rose red or whatever. They called them Rose. They're on their way. They're coming. Run. And that was Indians telling him that shit. It was just I quit after that. We got back to my apartment in my office, and Jeff pulled out the spirit box and started talking, asking questions again in my office, and it sounded like it was the best way to explain it. It's it sounded like it was amping up, like it was charging up, and it got real high pitched, and it just kept getting louder and more intense. And Jeff tried to push the power off and wouldn't go off. He's trying to change channels, it wouldn't change the channel. He ripped the batteries out of it. It's still going. Whoa. I freaked, man. I was done. I was done. There's no batteries in this thing, and it's still doing that shit. It's on film. It's on the other channel on Jeff's Real World. That's crazy. I just quit doing that shit. I know they're real. I seen them, and I'm good. I'm good with it. I don't need to know that she nursed for a while right before she disappeared, and you're right, and that's why they thought that he did it, and they went after him. Her dad died not long before that, before she disappeared. That's why she was doing that run by herself with the ox and all of her goods. And it's if you Google Betty Knox of Dunbar, the full story is on the internet. You can and if we was me and Fred was up on down in the ravine, sitting on a hillside, looking down over into this creek, seeing if anything gonna come up. We just relaxing, smoking, and just bullshitting. Right between both of us, we hear these chains just rattle right between us. It was so close. I was scared to look at Fred. I thought if I looked at Fred, it was going to hit me. Like it was going to hit me with them chains. Whatever snuck up on us like that, if I move, it's going to hit me. And I was scared to flinch. I just sat there and like, man, that shit. There's nothing there. There was nothing at all there. But them chains rattled right in between us. That first overnight we did up on that rock with a tarp and some damn yarn, we heard that record player music down in there. They was playing through the night that old elevator music from like the old fashioned scary shit. It was playing deep down in the forest, but it sounded like it was all around you. It just echoed it, and then the glass clanging and shit down in there. You can't see your hand in front of you. That forest is so dark at night, man. That's crazy. Them woods is crazy. There's more in it than people could ever imagine. What is it? Oh, you have something inside your eyes every time you close them. I know I can imagine. I used to work at Nelson Steel at a steel mill, and when the steel pops, it would pop up in your eyeballs. You get the metal shards in your eye. It would stay in there for fucking weeks before I can get it out. It's some painful shit. We're going to do. I want to do the overnight challenge in the waterfall. That's where it seemed like the most activities going on. They're doing their whatever they're doing. They're doing a lot of it. The structures are just crazy going through there. They're doing that shit at night. I want to get up in there and just do it. That's what this is about. That's what this death net is about. Whatever I make off of that is going for that overnight challenge. I ain't doing that shit for free. But I figured, if it first 5 people to do it, I gotta go to the hospital anyways. I might as well just go ahead and get 2 whammies out the way. I could sign for both of them. I need my ass taken care of and my hand. Am I going to show Carl some of the areas that the wing shows you? Nah, I ain't going. We really ain't gonna have much time for all that. By the time we get done with all the spots, who knows what time it's gonna be? Because I want to show him like all of the restricted lands, the waterfall, Bigfoot land, Moy land. He's coming all the way from Ohio to Pennsylvania. He gonna see some shit. You know what I mean? It's his birthday. Let's get out there and see some shit. And let's get to the damn bone cave. Let's talk about that shit, man. That blew my mind. That really blew my mind. That if you remember that clear plastic container that I had them red wax apples all the way over at Bigfoot Land, in between the maze of the rocks, I was inside there with it, and I left them up on that stump with like 4 jars of peanut butter. Well, the lid to one of them jars of peanut butter is in there. That plastic container empty. It's empty. The apples ain't in it, but that container is inside of there. That jar of peanut butter is taken down from that ledge, and it's inside of there. There's so much going on in there. It seemed like they got sticks, little twigs, maybe a foot long. And when you go into the entrance, they're right off to the side, and they're stacking a bundle of them damn. Oh my hand, man, it's hard to think when you feel your heart beating in your hand. But that surprised me, man. I was so excited. They're storing for the winter. They're storing that shit for the winter. And I knew to get out of there. I didn't want him. I didn't want to mess it up. I don't want him to move, get their shit and move to something else. I wanted to get away from it. That's all I could think of. Get the dogs and get them away from this, because they're really storing up. They're stocking it, and they're getting ready for this winter. We might be having a bad winter, and they know it. And they ate the trail mix. I was surprised too. It was empty. There was nothing nowhere, nothing on the ground. That bag was completely empty. I wanted to go get that jar of peanut butter to see if they took the lid off, but there was a black widow like right before you get to it, and the web was going across the bottom of that shit. I'm gonna have to remember when I go back. But I'm definitely gonna go back. I'm definitely gonna go. We might be doing that tomorrow. Me and Carl gonna take a walk down in there, and I'm gonna show him that is like a horror movie inside that cave. And to see it now, they know we're having a bad winter. I feel like they know because they're stocking the shit out. Wonder what the twigs are for. It's like a for a fire to start a small kindling to start a little fire, but they got a bundle of it up against the wall going in. right up against the rock. As soon as you go in on the left, and then you got the bones piled up on the shelf there, and the rock, flat rocks holding them up. That place is just unreal, man. You got to see it to actually believe what's going on in there. There's no, and that's that scared me. That's what scares me the most, because when you're in there, what you're thinking is there's no animal that does this. There's no animal known that does this. Who does this? What animal has the capability to put that rock up or standing it up and then pile them bones up there like that, mixed with nuts, different kinds of nuts? I mean, it's storing for the winter. I don't know if a squirrel be storing bones for the winter. That many bones? Come on, man. There's no way to explain that shit. My hand is killing me, guys. We're gonna have to cut this short. Um, Let me check the Cash App. If anybody made hit it up, we got 5. I'm going to do this 5-step challenge, and then I'm gonna rush to the hospital, and they can take care of both of them. You need to take some kind of spray or something for them black widows. I don't want to leave no kind of odor for Bigfoot. They're in there, as you've seen. They're in there without a doubt. Oh my God, my hand is just starting to throb. But they're in there. Everything in my body, mind, and soul is saying that they're doing that, and they're getting ready for this winter. Clearly, they're stocking up for the winter. I'm gonna try to get me a couple of bags of marshmallows, like you guys that requested, and I want to get a couple more jars of peanut butter and leave up on that wall and see how long it takes before it ends up inside. You know what I mean? And another reason I know that they're in there, you seen that one branch stuck in the entrance right there? Over at the maze, I haven't been into the maze in a long time, and we probably won't have time to do that tomorrow either. But when I found that newborn baby with his mom inside that maze, they got a cave in the back of it. The first day we found it, I was in front. I looked in. Went to look in, and then a pine cone shot out past my head and hit Fred behind me. And I looked back at Fred and put my hands up, like, what do we do? And he did the same thing. Then I ran. I left. I bolted. Like, there's nothing that does that. What's going to be in this hole throwing some damn pine cones out and fling them like that? And it was on film. It's shooting out like that. And I just run. I run straight out. That shit was crazy. No, they definitely don't, Sunshine, at all. The squirrels, there's no way in hell a squirrel's doing that at all. I've seen in the comments some people saying the Panthers do that shit. Yeah, I say maybe, but the Panthers eat nuts. They store their nuts. You know what I mean? I don't see Panthers. They're just straight meat eaters, ain't they? Are they storing berries and nuts with the bones? I don't rule that a cat. I don't know any cat that's saying eat some nuts. Sam Squats, what's up, man? Try trail mix. I had it back down there. They ate it. They ate it. The wrappers laying on the ground back inside that cave. I left it up on at first when you first get to that entrance of that cave. I set it up on the shelf with the peanut butter, and it's all inside of it. It's all inside. Raccoons. You think raccoons did that much? Do raccoons eat nuts? I guess they eat anything. They eat anything they get their paws on. So I can't discount that, but I don't see a raccoon dragging a deer inside there. There's 3 or 4 deers laying down on the ground in that place. You know what I mean? I'm gonna rule that out too. It just don't make sense. They carry bones, but they don't carry whole deers, guys. I don't see that happen. Your phone's acting up. That's what's up, Kathy. Oh, I said I gotta check my Cash App and go to the hospital and then get some rest for when Carl gets here. Nope. It's definitely broke. There's no doubt about it. It's shattered. My whole knuckle was shattered. Well, it looks like we lucked out this week. But it's gonna keep continue on, guys, till next week. First 5 people to hit the Cash App, I'm gonna do the 5 stages of Death Nut 3.0. Or maybe I should just take it and leave it with Bigfoot. He'd kill me when I come back. He definitely would kill me. I talked to Gene the other day. He's all right. He's good. I talked to him about getting the equipment back. We're gonna make a move on that soon. Get the night vision goggles, all that stuff. We got what is it? So much stuff. He got so much stuff. Any clams? No, not since that one time. That one time up in Bigfoot land, I found a gigantic pile of mussels up against a tree. Like somebody had a 5-gallon bucket of nothing but mussels and just dumped them out there. And I don't know. I think somebody's feeding them. I don't see them gathering that many. And the closest stream was down at the bottom of that mountain. I mean, they stocked that river faithfully, or that creek, I should say, with trout faithfully. And it's a catch and release. You can't take nothing out of their home. You see them creepies around there? Be careful, man. Don't mess with them too much. You get curious. Be careful. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Man, be careful. But all right, Bigfoot World. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out of here, and I'm gonna go get my hand taken care of. That's gonna be some painful shit, but it's gotta be done, you know. With that being said, the game warden feeds them the seafood. Somebody's definitely feeding them. There's no doubt about it. We found a feeding station a couple years ago. It was like troughs up in this old. We was riding quads, me and my Uncle Joe. I tried to find it again after that, but I could never find where we was at. It was like we was taking all these turns in the trails, and I just got lost. What a disappointment. Hey man, 5 people got to hit that Cash App. I'm not eating that thing for nothing. I'm not doing it for nothing. I can't. I'm already in pain. They put a cast on it. They probably do some surgery. It's just knuckle shattered. The bone. There's a whole bone sticking out there. I I ain't never had a broken hand in my life. That's cool. I'll hit you up here in a little bit, let you know how everything's going. But with that being said, Bigfoot World, definitely stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure because we'll be out in the woods with Carl. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to make a great attempt to hopefully we see have some kind of activity going on. So we're going to be getting in some shit to make that happen. You definitely want to stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, Bigfoot World. It's about to get real. Good night, everyone. I gotta get a cast. That sucks.